everybody, and welcome to the 2006 Nebraska Girls High School State Bowling Championships. Lincoln Northeast and Lincoln High battling for the Class A state title. Lincoln High getting here with a wild card and coming all the way to the state high school finals, taking on Northeast. If you had to have a favorite in this, it is probably the Northeast girls taking on Lincoln High. It's been an exciting day of high school bowling here at Sun Valley Lanes in Lincoln. We've crowned 6 previous champions in Class D. The McCool Junction boys and girls winning state championships. In Class C, the Ravenna girls and the Centura boys were state champions. In Class B, the Seward girls with a terrific battle, beating Lyons in 5 games, 3-2. And then the Class B boys, Plattsmouth, knocking off Lexington. And you can hear how excited they are here at Sun Valley Lanes, and what a great atmosphere for high school bowling. My partner, Steve Simpek.
It is an all Lincoln State Finals here for Class A. The girls here, the Northeast Rockets against the Lincoln High Lynx. And this ought to be a good one. It is jam-packed in here. The first arena setting in the history of high school bowling anywhere in the United States. The staff here at Sun Valley Lanes headed up by the man, John Lucido, has done a great job. First ball, opening match for Class A girls.
Ashley Bonebright, just a freshman. In fact, if you look at the roster of this Lincoln High squad,
a lot of youth.
3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, and 1 senior, the senior being their anchor bowler.
I wonder if the senior had to drive them all to practice.
That's right.
Only one that had her license, probably.
Carly Robeson for Lincoln Northeast starts off with a strike for the Rockets.
Well, I tell you what, Larry, this has been it's been a long day, but it's been a very gratifying day. The excitement that is growing with the high school bowling in Nebraska, and we're talking about the Nebraska High School Bowling Federation, because the goal of this whole, John and I occasionally call it a fiasco once in a while, because it gets a little cumbersome to try to run bowling centers and then to run high school bowling at the same time, is to make this an NSAA recognized sport. So we need the help of all the parents out there, the student athletes, to talk to your athletic directors and say, listen, watch that DVD when you get it, see how exciting these state finals really were and are. And schools all the way from the Omaha metro area clear out to Scotts Bluff, Class A, B, C, and D. Just it's a great ending to a wonderful season. And our first strike by the Lincoln High Lynx there on the right-hand lane.
Nicole Johnson, the sophomore, with the shot. Now back on the right lane, this is Jennifer Hunick.
Just about hung on there. We've seen our share of corner pin spares missed today.
Now back in the left lane, Taylor Callies. Taylor throws a nice ball.
Taylor's dad, Dave Callies, longtime Lincoln bowler, ex-PBA player in the Lincoln Hall of Fame. A little nervous there, probably. Looked a little fast on that first shot. And same for the Lynx. You know, this is a packed house, tons of people. You got people up and down both sides of the lanes watching you, plus people behind you. So it's going to be interesting to see who handles the pressure more. That's a good cover.
Had a nice shot by Callies. Lincoln High clean through 3 frames. Now in the right lane. This is Jennifer Hunick. Hunick with the cover. Hunick is a senior at Northeast. Caitlin Huggins, another sophomore at Lincoln High. Gets that 7 out of there. Brittany Porter. Wow. Porter with a nice shot.
Great shot. Dad, Mark Porter, in the stands watching. Mark, one of the better bowlers here in the Lincoln area.
Got a couple of children of some great bowlers here in Lincoln in the finals today.
Good lineage, good bloodlines here. Yep. Got to make the spares, though. We've talked through all the classes about how you know, you need to, just like in golf when they make the comment, you drive for show, but you got to putt for dough. In bowling, you've got to cover those spares. A lot of strikes are pretty neat, but you got to cover the spares. If you don't, you're going to end up behind in games. And right now, the Northeast Rockets, thanks to Lincoln High having an open frame in the 4th frame, are back in this match.
Lori Arnett gets the Brooklyn to go.
And then you get breaks like that, Larry, and that's all a part of it too.
Arnett, the high average for Lincoln High with a 177 here. This is Sammy Marr, the high average for Northeast. The 189 average, avoids the chop and gets the spare. So through 5, they will now flip lanes. And up on the right-hand lane is Ashley Bonebright. And she gets the Brooklyn to go. That's a double for the Lynx.
Tendency early on in these matches, and we've seen it all day here with all the classes, is to both the boys and the girls are a little scared to pitch that ball out to the right, worried about missing the head pin to the right. And we've seen a lot of Brooklyns. Another Brooklyn there by Northeast that's keeps this match just 2 pins apart.
Carly Robeson says right back at you. Nicole Johnson now tries to mix them up.
Got the double wood spare there for Nicole, the 2 and the 8. Another lefty, this one for Northeast.
Amanda Mickish.
Just a little firm there. You know, we saw some left-handers in some earlier matches have a little trouble getting the ball to come up to the pocket. A lot of lane oil, a lot of conditioner on the lane today. Premium on good shot making. That ball's got a hook.
Opening the door a bit for the Northeast Rockets. Now Mickish tries to convert. Ooh. Second chop in a row.
Easily choppable. 3-5 in the 6. 6-pin lead now for the Lynx going into the 8th frame.
Taylor is excitable up there. That's good to see.
These gals are having fun. It's all about that, keeping kids active in sports and activities through the high schools. And
Jennifer Hunick going in just high. You talked about the Nebraska School Activities Association and the consideration for making this a varsity sport, which certainly isn't too far away, especially given the atmosphere that we've had here this weekend, not just in this finals and the arena finals, but the way it was yesterday. It really was a terrific show.
It was standing room only, both here and at the Hollywood Bowl in Lincoln, where the Class C competition took place. It was standing room only both days. This event was originally all held here, but ran into some fire code issues a couple years back and had to split it up because of the popularity of this. It's just been a wonderful weekend, and the time will come when the athletic directors across the state will see the viability of this sport. Inexpensive, not a big budgetary item. Don't have to worry about field maintenance. Don't have to worry about mowing the grass, watering it, and all that good stuff.
Right.
No equipment. Don't have to worry about that. Just get the kids here and let them have a good time.
Caitlin Huggins with the strike for Lincoln High. Now Brittany Porter trying to cross it over and get the carry. Can't get the 10-pin out of there.
Moved it over there. This puts Lincoln High back in the lead up on lane number 28. Lori Arnett can make it a big lead. Oh, but that's going to open up a chance for the Rockets to come back in the 9th and the 10th frame here and take the lead. This match is not over.
Here's Brittany Porter, who actually attends high school at Waverly, but she bowls for Lincoln Northeast. It's a co-op program, Northeast and Waverly.
Well, lots of co-op programs in other sports. You see a lot of consolidated schools in sports like basketball, volleyball, football. A lot of 8-man schools when they play football are consolidated. We do the same thing in bowling. It's a co-op team between Northeast and Waverly.
So now up on the right lane to try to convert that spare, and she's giving it a run. What a shot! Lori Arnett! That can be a big boost for Lincoln High.
Wow. That's going to win them the first game here. Northeast is going to have to double now.
Samantha Marr to try to do that. That goes in high, and she leaves a split of her own. What a big shot from the senior Lori Arnett. That spare conversion.
Possible 170 with a strike here. 169 for the Lynx, the first game. Got to have a spare here,
Yep.
and this is makeable. This is the 3, 6, 7, 10. Got to
Mar
slide the 3 over.
needs this.
Good
Oh,
try.
gave it a run. So Lincoln High in a close one will win the first game over Lincoln Northeast of the night. The Lincoln High Lynx taking game number 1 and lead this best of 5 Baker format 1 game to none.
Well, that was right down to the wire again.
The way the Baker format works, each bowler that's in the lineup will bowl twice, once in the first 5 frames, once in 6 through 10 based on what their position is. The anchor bowler would bowl the 10th frame. That's what Baker bowling is, everybody having an opportunity, making it a team sport. And then the best 3 of 5 wins the state championship. All the qualifying done yesterday.
This makes you have a complete team effort, Larry. You can have one hot bowler in a regular bowling league that can carry your team through 3 games. You got to have all 5 clicking to have a chance to win. That's a tough break there. That was a great shot. Pocket 7-10. Just one of the bad breaks in bowling. She's got to just get her ball back off the ball return and get one. Shake it off. Nothing hurt.
Had a good shot by Carly Robeson. The Brooklyn strike. And she'll cover 1.
Very, very, very good form exhibited by these ladies. Good fundamentals. They all virtually look the same in delivering the bowling ball. 3 in the 9. Those double wood spares are nerve-wrackers, especially for the parents and the coaches here in the stands.
Nikki Roseberry in now for
And
Lincoln
on the
Northeast.
opposite side, the 2 and the 8.
And that was Nicole Johnson. This Nikki Roseberry just inserted into the lineup. She is a junior.
In Baker bowling, you can make substitutions on the fly, just like in hockey. Good cover.
Now Nicole trying to cover.
Ball's got a hook, and
She
does.
got them both.
How many times have we seen that combination miss today, Larry? A lot, and both these ladies back-to-back pick it up. It's good recoveries from their first shots.
Jennifer Hunick now on the left lane. And she carries. Lincoln Northeast with a lead here in this second game. Callies.
It's like Taylor kind of lost that ball at the bottom of the swing. By losing it, we mean that when the ball is on the downswing in your approach, usually around your 3rd or 4th step, the ball starts to come off your hand a little early. You want to, best case scenario, you want to begin your slide and then have the ball come off your hand into the lane. And Taylor kind of lost it at the bottom, but makeable spare. Got to get the ball to the left of the head pin, cover the 1-2-4. I think she would have rather had that be her first shot. That was right in the 1-3 pocket, but spare's a spare.
So she converts. That brings up Brittany Porter. Porter playing inside, straight up the boards, and gets the carry on the Brooklyn.
Double for the Lynx there, or excuse me, for the Rockets. Give them a sizable lead. 24 pins, 34 pins now with a double working. Time for the Lynx to strike.
Huggins goes opposite side. She also strikes. Girls Class A competition yesterday. Sammy Marr, who is on the left lane right now, finished 2nd in the singles competition. Sammy shooting a 6-12, 1 pin shy of tying for first. First place, Christian Rizika of Grand Island. Shot 6-13, Sammy with a 6-12. We saw Lori Arnett shaking her head after she released it. She knew she let it down just a little bit outside. And Sammy Marr with the conversion. through 5 frames. Lincoln Northeast is on top by 23 pins as Arnett covers the spare. So the Rockets in their second game with a 23-pin lead. And down 1-0 in the best of 5. Carly Robeson. Looking for the Brooklyn. Tries to pull the string and doesn't get the 9 out.
Telling it to run away, but makeable spare, so Northeast could use a strike here to widen the lead.
She gets the double wood out of there.
Both girls shooting at the 8-pin, or excuse me, the 9-pin. Both right-handed. Gonna go cross lane at it.
So Bone Bright for the spare. And she covers it up. Ashley Bone Bright, the freshman for Lincoln High. Now Robeson for her spare. And she converts as well. So both teams marking the 6th. Still a 23-pin lead for Lincoln Northeast. Oh, and a great shot.
Down and in by the lefty, right up about 12 board on her side. That's right in between the second and the third arrow. Very little hook, but very accurate. Slaps the 7 out for the strike.
And with the strike here, Taylor Callies could
Taylor had
links back to even.
Sorry, Larry. Taylor's had trouble with a release. That's better. Oh, good break there. She's kind of lost the ball at the bottom of the swing last few times. Better shot this time, just a touch high. Easy spare. It's got a hook.
It needs to hook a lot. Opens the door.
Yes, it does. So put Lincoln High back within 10.
And a nice shot there. Nine down is Lincoln High after the Northeast Open. Unick strikes. And in the left lane, that's Caitlin Huggins.
Wow, another good shot. Just one of those bad breaks in the game. Right in the pocket. Head pin sends everything to the right, but somehow that's 10-pin stood. So.
And Porter doubles. Brittany Porter with a solid shot.
Lincoln Northeast now back in the lead. Need a spare here. All right.
And she covers the spare. So right now, a 20-pin lead for Northeast.
Strike here will pretty much sew up this game.
Sammy Morrow with a chance to shut out Lincoln High. Makes a great shot.
That was a good shot too, Larry. That was a very good shot. Just a touch high. Max score of 203 for the Rockets. Lincoln High's max score of 194, and just about to say that Lincoln High needed that one.
So Lincoln Northeast, after dropping that opening game, will come back and take the second game of the Baker format. And a nice cover there by Sammy Mark.
Tied up at 1.
Sammy's high game at 280. She's been here before, Northeast won state when she was just a freshman. And a nice cover there by Arnett. So Northeast will shoot 2-0-2.
Good shot there.
2-0-2 in the second Baker game, and Northeast evens it up at 1 game apiece. And here's Arnett. Good place for it. 178.
Lincoln Northeast evens the match at 1 apiece with a 202 to 178 victory.
So it's all even at 1 game apiece between the two Lincoln schools battling for the state championship, Lincoln Northeast and Lincoln High.
Best of 5, so this is far from over. Both these first games have been seesaw back and forth. We're getting to the point now, Larry, where we're going to see about the poise and confidence that the girls have. They're going to have to start making it a premium not to miss any spares. Difference between one open frame might be enough to cost them a game and possibly the state championship. So not only do strikes count, going to have to stay poised and pick those spares up.
Ashley Bonebright.
Wow, that was a good shot. She really got that one way out to the right.
Almost left the 7-10 again. Yep. She was a little stunned by that.
Kind of what happened there. The ball came into the pocket at a good angle, but the ball was not finishing very hard and just couldn't slap the 10-pin out. And caught a break, got the 7 out at the same time.
Carly Robeson on the right lane for Northeast. Take a look at the media that continues to cover this event, and every year we see more and more members of the media, whether it be newspaper or photographers from smaller towns. And today we have both of the Lincoln television stations out here covering the event, which just bodes well for this sport.
Well, it's not the Super Bowl yet, but we're getting there. It's
our Super Bowl of high school bowling.
Yes, it is. We're little by little, the media, school officials, administrators are discovering the excitement of this. I mean, this is an unbelievable setting in here. I mean, there's bleachers in here, and they are packed both front and back, along with chairs in the back. John's even got a league bowling on the other 16 lanes, and I can see those people trying to sneak a peek behind the curtains here to see what all the racket is. And this is just a great deal for high school bowling.
That was Jessica Fritzinger.
All tied up.
Stepped into the lineup for Lincoln Northeast, and she threw the strike on the right lane. And back comes Callies with another strike. Answering each other. Lincoln High with the double. Lincoln Northeast trying to put a double on the board. This Jennifer Hunick. You know, we talked earlier about this becoming an NSAA sanctioned sport. You know, I think you mentioned briefly, talk to your athletic directors, get them out, and I think if they get out and see events, and it will have an impact on how they perceive this sport. What can the parents who want to see this become an NSAA sport, or the kids, what can they do to kind of further that cause?
Well, two good examples, Larry, of how the parents and the athletes rallied are softball and soccer. Softball and soccer are relatively new sports that have been under the NSAA wing for probably 10 years, maybe 15, right in that neighborhood. And the reason those sports came to be under the NSAA wing is because the athletes, all playing club softball, club soccer, went to the athletic directors and said, listen, this is a great sport for our school. There's lots of kids that want to play it. We need you to support it. And it's the athletic directors that will eventually make the yay or the nay on bowling's fate.
Well, and I think you take a look at the Nebraska softball program, which has benefited from the growth of the high school sport. And, you know, Ashley DeBoer from Beatrice, who's now a pitcher for the Nebraska softball team. That kind of athlete would have never been playing softball at Nebraska had it not been for the growth in the high school ranks. And we can see that same thing here in Nebraska, at Lincoln, at the university, where they have a terrific women's program.
Absolutely, and this is just a pipeline for these young ladies to funnel into the program. You know, there is a men's bowling team down there too, but the women's is NCAA recognized, and you know, you have to get the pipeline full of people, and you know, so it's up to the parents and to the students to make that connection with the athletic director and their teachers and administrators at schools and say, listen, bowling is not an expensive sport for a budgetary item. The proprietors that have the playing fields, as we call it, in the sport will do whatever it takes to abide by all NSAA rules. And we know the issue of, well, you know, you serve beer and alcohol in a bowling center, and
that's really the biggest issue for them, isn't it?
It is. The administrators, and they have valid concerns. come and say, you know, we don't have control over the facility. When Lee High School plays Dodge High School in basketball, they play at someone's gymnasium where, you know, you're going to be in a corporate facility owned by an outside entity, and that outside entity has a liquor license and allows, in some cases, smoking. Here in Lincoln with the smoking ban, that's not the case. Well, I think what you're going to see is you'll see communication between the bowling center operators, proprietors, and the local ADs to eliminate that concern. The proprietors in the state of Nebraska that host high school teams know what needs to be done, and that is that, you know, when it's high school bowling time, it's time to, you know, basically just disallow those things. And it's just a matter of communication, and we're still in the infancy of this, Larry. This is only year 4, so, you know, we're got a couple years to go, we feel, but we keep growing more and more teams. The amount of teams that have talked to Commissioner Lucido and the other members of the board of the NHSBF, you know, it would not shock us to probably grow this by 20 to 30% or more every year. New teams, more players.
And while we were talking, Porter, Marr, and Robeson all threw strikes, so a 3-bagger going for Lincoln Northeast into the 7th frame, and that was Fritzinger, Jessica Fritzinger. On the left lane, the lefty, Nicole Johnson, with a great shot. She's made a couple of nice pitches the last 2 times up.
The Lynx needed that to get back for that 3-bagger that the Rockets have at them. Spare here will keep the Rockets in the lead.
Back up.
Tough spare, 3 in the 9. Got to hit dead on to carry that back row. All right, Taylor Callies needs a strike to get the Lynx back in this.
This for the double. Well, she gets a 5 out. And now up for Northeast, Hunick. She goes Brooklyn, but leaves that 3-9.
Seen a lot of that combination today.
2 8s and 3 9s, haven't there?
Yep. Tough spare. Taylor Callies going cross lane. Has got to get there and does.
Had a good cover by Callies.
Still sounds like she's not getting out of that ball clean, but that's all right. Spare is a spare. She'll take it. Lynx still down by 24.
Hunick trying to convert, needs to go right, doesn't quite get there.
Yeah,
so back-to-back opens. Back-to-back opens for Lincoln Northeast.
Cuts that lead to less than 10 now for the Northeast Rockets. This young lady's thrown a couple of key strikes already.
Caitlin Huggins, the sophomore. She's 16. Now Brittany Porter. Porter planning attending the University of Nebraska, Lincoln next year. Wants to be a nursing major. Leaves a 3-10. Saw Brittany Porter grow up through the junior leagues here in Lincoln, and it's always interesting to remember her bowling when she was 5 and 6, and
look at it now.
Seeing her out here throwing some great shots in a state championship match.
And the great thing about having bowling being an NCAA sport for ladies is there's scholarship opportunities.
Right.
More colleges and universities are picking up bowling programs across the United States, and you know there's head coach Bill Straub has built a dynasty down in Lincoln and has scholarships to offer. Nothing like getting a full ride to go do what you love to do, and that's go bowling and get a great education at the University of Nebraska at the same time.
And around here, so many people think about just Nebraska, but this is an NCAA sport in so many places. We've had athletes from the state of Nebraska in high school girls bowling go to Arkansas State, for example, and get scholarships to go all over the place. So there are those opportunities, whether they be in Lincoln or not. There are opportunities in collegiate bowling.
Right now, with just a little bit of pin count, Northeast is going to win game number 3 and go up 2-1. Best score for Lincoln High is going to be 168. Lincoln Northeast already at 171. I think.
And Lori Arnett picks up the spare.
I think Sammy Marr got a little nervous there when she threw that one, knowing she only needed a few pins to win the game. It just got a little too close to the edge of the lane and the gutter, but it came back. She got just enough to win the game. So 2-1 lead for the Rockets.
And despite the miss, still a 173 for Lincoln Northeast. And Northeast will win this 3rd game and go up 2-1. And Arnett with the count ball in the 10th. 166. 173-166. Lincoln Northeast comes out on top. They now lead it 2-1 as we head to the fourth game. Lincoln Northeast just one win away from taking home a state championship. They've done it before. Northeast won the 2003 title, runner-up in 2004. Coach Gary Vondra, his assistant coach Terry Schilke. Terry handled much of the duties with this girls team this year.
Well, neither game has been really a blowout one way or the other. Both teams have been in it all the way through, so this is still anybody's ball game here, even though the Rockets have a 2-1 lead. The Lynx have bowled well. Northeast had that key three-bagger in the previous game, which put them over the edge. Seeing less and less strikes, though, Larry. Looking like the nerves, a little nervousness, starting to maybe creep in. See who keeps it together the longest.
And the shot by Robeson leaves the 5-pin, so both with single pin spares. Ashley Bonebright. Oh, just slides it by.
You can't take those back. No such thing as mulligans in the sport of bowling. So,
you don't bowl with me.
Yeah, we've got to take advantage of these easy spares that they're missing. 5-pin right down the middle, and gives it right back. So I would say yes. The case of the yips might be in order here. So
everything gets a little tighter when you're a game away from a state title.
Another lefty has thrown the ball really good.
That was a good shot. Nice shot by Nicole Johnson. We have a couple of young lefties on this Lincoln High squad. Fritzinger try to go Brooklyn. Ooh, leaves a 5-10. Makeable split, but certainly difficult.
Got to go cross lane for the 6-pin.
Had a good cover by Nicole Johnson. We'll bring up Taylor Callies for Lincoln High, but first, Fritzinger. Can she slide it over? Made a run at it. Made a run at it. So up on the right lane is Taylor Callies. Taylor running one out a little bit. Looking for a little help. Jennifer Hunick now. Wants to attend Southeast Community College for a couple of years. She's a senior. Then go on to University of Nebraska and hopefully major in psychology.
I am told by statistician Rob Gottschall that the Rockets have got 4 straight open frames now.
Boy, Lincoln High just failing to take advantage of those opportunities. Can Hunick put it into the open frames? No.
She pulls it.
Boy.
I'm told now that is up to 7, a string of 7 straight opens for the Rockets. Yet they've got a 2-1 lead in the match here and only down by 11, so.
So Caitlin Hughes.
That's a good shot. Just got a little nosy there.
Now Brittany Porter will try to end that streak. Porter gives it a little room. Will it get back? Nope. Huggins with the single pin on the right lane. And she's got it. So Caitlin Huggins converts for Lincoln High. They are down 2-1. Now Porter trying to end that streak, and she does. Nice cover by Brittany Porter. Lincoln High leading this fourth game by 11. in the third frame. Both teams on marks in the fourth. That's Brooklyn by the senior Lori Arnett. Wants to go to the University of Nebraska and study interior design. Here's Sammy Marr. And a great shot by Marr.
That was very good. Perfect timing at the foul line. Keeps her hand well behind the ball, does a good job. That ball's got to lay off, and wow, just about chopped 6 off the 10.
So Arnett covers it.
Through 5, we're just about even. Lincoln Northeast with the strike working.
Leadoff bowler for Lincoln High, Ashley Bonebright. And the junior, Carly Robeson. And that's a Brooklyn double for Lincoln Northeast, and this match is all knotted. And Bonebright covers the spare. So Northeast up by just 2 pins in the 5th frame with a double working. And now back into the lineup for Northeast is Amanda Mickish. Mickish, the lefty. Trying to get a reaction. Mickish is a senior. The lefty Nicole Johnson now. Goes Brooklyn and trips it. A big shot for Lincoln High in the 7th. With a conversion here, it's going to be a 1-pin game. And it is. You can see Amanda's excited about the mark in the 7th. 94-93, Lincoln High leading. Here's Callies. And she gets a 10-pin out and pumps the fist.
Hazer gave it the Tiger Woods fist pump there.
That's just like her dad, isn't it?
Yeah, animated guy, Dave, I tell you. Strikes only now, looks like.
Great shot.
Well, here's what we've got. We've got Lincoln High with a double working. With their double working, Lincoln High has got about a 10-pin lead. This to increase the margin. Oh,
Ooh.
and
Huggins, the lefty, with some work to do.
All right, a strike here by Lincoln Northeast will even things up. Brittany Porter.
Porter with the shot right in the hole and carries. Big shot by Brittany Porter. And that will do some damage to Lincoln High's hopes.
Setting it up in the 9th frame now. Got to go for it. Lincoln High needs to win this match. Otherwise, it is over. So you've got to go for the spare here. That's got a chance.
What a great ball.
Yes,
she got it off the wall. What a shot.
Wow.
Big shot by Huggins. Sent the 2-pin across alley, off the wall, and converts. And that sets it up for the anchor bowlers to do their work.
Okay. Looks like Lincoln High is going to go first in the 10th. Max score of 190 for the Lynx as their anchor bowler is up.
Lori Arnett.
Lori Arnett. Strike is very important here.
Needs to set.
All right.
So Samantha Marr with a strike.
Strike here could bring that trophy home.
Could shut him out.
Looks
to
good.
get up.
Oh,
Ooh.
my. Oh, what a break.
Wow. 4-7 and out. Left the 5-pin. We've got a tight game. Anything can still happen. She needs the spare, and she got it. So now she needs good count, does Lori Arnett.
Possible 178 for the Lynx. Here is the setup. a spare here, and it could be all over. And Northeast will.
That's a good cover. So now she needs 7 pins on her second ball, does Samantha Marr. And to put pressure on her, Arnett needs a strike.
Counts important here.
Northeast with a 4-pin lead going into this last shot.
7, so that is 175. 4 pins. 4 pins for the state championship.
How would you like in your senior year to be standing there needing 4 pins to win a state championship? That's what Sam Marr is doing.
And
she does it and finishes with the strike, and Lincoln Northeast, they are the state champs. 3 games to 1 over Lincoln High. 182, and Sammy Marr finishes it out with a strike. Congratulations to the Lincoln Northeast Rockets, the girls' Class A state champions.